Starting part 2 now. We are walking along the path where all the bees are busily pollinating. And, aha, here's a plant called bee balm. I don't see any bees getting balmed here, but Carolina lupin is in the background. It looks like it is really now past. And native fleabane, this would be an example of something which is considered a weed, but it's a native plant. And if you let it grow past when it looks like a weed, then you get a flower, which native bees should like. So why shouldn't I leave it? So I do. Anyway, a little bit of bee balm. Not sure what to call this region. I think I did refer to it as a hellscape previously. The real hellscape is on the other side, but this one, this one's in contention. It's got issues. And here we see a grapevine completely taking over the bush. Grapevines are a big pain. Gaillardia is in bloom. This is the poppy bed. And look at those California poppies. Very nice. So we are now on the side of the patio. And Asclepias, also known as butterfly weed, is the orange. And then some very tall yarrow that came from my friend Mary Lou down the street. And she is 92. She's a fabulous woman, my role model for aging. We've got Buphthalmum, which is blooming. And this is a native, I got to find out what it is. I keep meaning to get one of those apps that would tell me things. Anyway, I'm curious, but I decided to leave it. And now we have a little path to walk down with some giant ostrich ferns, which are kind of otherworldly. Hosta is doing quite well. And then these are some plants that I moved last fall, and I'm really happy. This is called Heuchera, or I don't know how to pronounce it. That's its Latin name. We've got some celandine poppy, but this is really doing well where I moved it to, so I'm really happy I moved it. This is a pile of jewelweed that I was pulling out because I cleared this path. You can see all the way down this path. This path was a jungle. You could not see anywhere down it. And some giant Jack and the Beanstalk type thing. It's sort of like a giant dandelion. I don't know what it is, but it's not really bothering anybody. All right, we'll just go ahead and walk down this path since I cleared it, because we're going to visit the sycamore. And we've got an epimedium with beautiful foliage. That got moved. I'm slowly moving things because of the addition. And here's a bunch of the celandine poppies. These guys were totally obscured by the jewelweed. You could not see anything. And there's two Cimicifugas. Now they are showing. And then this little white thing, which might be Tiarella, I don't know. But look at the sycamore, the beautiful bark of the sycamore. What a fabulous tree. Just love it. All right, so I didn't quite get to the end of the path completely, but I can just walk through it. And we've got a daylily blooming. So we're now in the neighbor garden. There's my neighbor's banner. And there's rose campion, is that dark magenta. Oh, and tons of bee balm is blooming here. And look at this Stelladora daylily. It's going to town. And you can see that the rose bush that I showed you last time is now dried rose bush. But man, did it have a ton of flowers this year. It really was quite a show. And then it is next to the other rose bush, which is a pink I don't especially enjoy, but it is floriferous, so it can stay. Echinacea is blooming. And man, I don't think I remember echinacea blooming in June. But there it is. More of that fleabane, a little Queen Anne's lace. And now I'm actually on the street looking at the Artemisia. That's with the silver foliage. Love that. And then I have, it sort of looks like baby's breath. It's not baby's breath. It's euphorbia, this white kind of airy, frilly stuff. And Mary Lou, who gave me the plant, she was admiring it. And so I took her a bunch last year, and that really made her happy because she could use it to make different flower arrangements. So anyway, I enjoy the connection with her. And look at Black-Eyed Susan is really going to town. And that there are perennial Black-Eyed Susans which come later and are shorter. And these guys just sow themselves wherever they want. They're generally annual. So this one put itself here, and it seems very happy. It is next to this blue forget-me-not, which, ironically, I sometimes do, in fact, forget. And then when I realize that the name is forget-me-not, I laugh. There's a white mallow. And there's a type of oregano. This one has pink flowers, unlike the pizza one that has white flowers. And this is betony, which is blooming. And a purple bee balm, which is also starting to bloom. And I think about bee balm as being late in the summer. So I don't know. Is this just craziness? And now look at that Asclepias. That is fantastic. And I don't see butterflies on it, but boy, I see a host of bees. So they love it. All right, well, here you see all my tools out. I'm taking a break. But I have been working on the chimney garden. This very big thing, Baptisia, has finished blooming. And it makes a ton of seedlings, so they're very hard to get out. So I was using the root assassin to help me get it out. And you can see that the Black-Eyed Susans have also put themselves here. I used to have a clematis on that trellis. I love that trellis. But alas, I fear a chipmunk has done it in. There's the root assassin. So this whole area was pretty jungly. I'm working on this today. And that's Campanula in bloom. And balloon flower, which also I think of as a late summer flower. What the hell? I don't know. Well, luckily I have a garden journal and I can look it up and see what happened last year or 10 years ago. And we've got a red daylily, which my friend Kathy refers to as Nina's daylily. I have a lot of them and I've given them away to many people. More Black-Eyed Susan, just love it. And this one has some maroon in the middle, which is pretty cool. All right, we're coming up my front walkway. Butterfly bush, which I chopped way back, is getting huge. And I think I will stop section 2.